Hi, this is Michael Brennan. So a few weeks back, I take a phone call. The guy says on the phone, he says, hey, look, Michael, I own a property at 2500 Q Street, and I've had it on the market for close to 100 days with no luck selling the property. I know you do a lot of business in the area. What are your thoughts? I said, well, it must be unit 413, because that's the only unit that's currently available for sale in your building. And I said, as it turns out, I was actually just in your unit yesterday. I said, really? I said, yeah, I was in your unit yesterday. I was showing it to some clients. I says, well, all I hear is the market is so strong, and all I want to know from you, as someone who's apparently an expert in this area, is why isn't my listing selling? I said, well, I'll tell you exactly why your listing's not selling. Walking through your property, you have a property that is significantly nicer than it shows online. And to be candid with you, it's supposed to be the other way around. In my opinion, you've got a dead listing. 100 days on the market, poor photography, no energy in this listing, and a brokerage that I've never heard of. To me, those are not elements for a successful listing and a successful sale. So he digests this information, pull it up on the computer while I'm on the phone with him, sort of confirm exactly what I was thinking as I'm reviewing these photos again. He says, well, what would you do? I said, well, number one, I'd take out half of all the furniture that you have on the property and reposition the rest. Number two, I'd bring in my very, very best photographer that I have. Number three, I'd make a modest price adjustment. I'm talking about $9,000 on a $525,000 listing. Fairly negligible at that price point. And re-energize this listing top to bottom. I'm going to bring in the great majority of the Sotheby's agents that I work with in my office that specialize in the Georgetown area. I'll make some phone calls to those that sell a regular business in the Georgetown area. Bottom line is we're going to reposition and reintroduce this property, and we're going to have completely different results. He says, well, that's great, Michael. I appreciate that. But since I've already been on the market close to 100 days and it's vacant and I'm losing money every single month, I'm going to need to hold your feet to the fire on this listing that you say you can sell. I said, what do you have in mind? He goes, you got 30 days to sell the property. I said, I'll send you the paperwork. So I did just that. All of those elements came together. 20 days later, full list price, the small seller concession. The bottom line is we had this property under contract in 20 days on the market, strong terms. No major inspection concessions, no negotiations, straightforward, solid price. Client was thrilled. And I guess what I would say at the end of the day is always keep in mind when you're going to list a property, it's an important transaction. Real estate is a big number, big figure, very important. And if you're going to list it, it might as well be marketed perfectly. If you have any questions about Georgetown area real estate, don't hesitate to get in touch. Again, it's Michael Brennan, TTR Sotheby's, International Realty. Thanks for your time today.